Welcome to this presentation titled, Integrating Sustainable Management Practices to Enhance Real Estate Development Performance in Saudi Arabia. This research was conducted by rawabi Abdullah ALSEAARI, Renad Abdullah ALSEAARI, and Dr. Amani Hamza Mohammed, presented at the 47th IBIMA conference. Saudi Arabia's real estate sector is experiencing rapid growth under Vision 2030, with an expected contribution of over 180 billion Saudi riyals to the non-oil GDP by 2030. However, this growth comes with significant sustainability challenges. The sector consumes high levels of energy and water and generates substantial construction waste. While sustainable management practices can improve financial performance, increase asset value, and reduce operating costs by 30 to 50%, most private developers currently adopt sustainability only to meet regulatory requirements, rather than as a long-term strategic approach. The research problem centers on several critical issues. Saudi Arabia's real estate sector is rapidly growing, with projects worth $1.5 trillion and $38 billion in investments under Vision 2030. Yet, green standard adoption remains low, with only 1,162 LEED certified projects in Saudi Arabia, compared to 2,275 in the UAE. Small and medium-sized developers, who represent 80% of housing projects, face high costs, limited expertise, and lack a comprehensive sustainability framework. This gap between SME developers' current practices and national sustainability transformation requirements creates significant financial and competitive risks, highlighting the urgent need for a comprehensive sustainable management framework. The primary aim of this research is to construct and validate an integrated sustainable management framework, referred to as the ISMF, specifically designed for small and medium developers of residential and mixed-use real estate in Saudi Arabia. To achieve this aim, the study pursues three key objectives. First, to identify and analyze the obstacles, opportunities, and challenges in implementing sustainable management practices in private sector projects. Second, to conduct benchmarking with leading local and international developers such as ROSHN, Red Sea Global, Skanska, and Lendlease, who have fully or partially integrated sustainability across the project lifecycle. Third, to measure the expected improvements in environmental, financial, and operational performance from full ISMF implementation compared to current compliance-only practices. The literature review covers both theoretical and empirical dimensions. The theoretical framework draws on key concepts including sustainable development, which focuses on balanced urban growth that protects resources and improves quality of life, ESG principles covering environmental, social, and governance practices, green building systems such as LEED, MOST-ATOM, BREEAM, and ESTDAMA, ISO standards for environmental and energy management, and the circular economy approach for reducing waste and life cycle costs. Empirically, the review reveals that while global adoption of sustainability is increasing, it remains costly and complex. In the GCC context, regulatory and cultural barriers limit implementation. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 supports ESG improvements but requires clearer frameworks. SMEs face particular challenges due to limited resources and technical expertise. Comparative benchmarking highlights that international frameworks like Skanska and Lendlease need local adaptation, while regional leaders like Red Sea Global and Diamond Developers demonstrate more context-specific approaches. The research identifies three critical gaps in existing literature and practice. First, there is no comprehensive life cycle-based framework. Saudi SMEs lack a complete sustainability framework covering all project stages. Second, there is poor integration of standards, as ESG principles, ISO guidelines, and green certifications are not fully aligned with each other or with company sustainability practices. Third, there is an absence of a unified management structure across companies of different sizes. To address these gaps, This study contributes by proposing an integrated sustainable management framework tailored to Saudi regulatory, climate, and market conditions, one that enhances both environmental and financial outcomes for real estate companies. The proposed integrated sustainable management framework for Saudi SMEs is built on 4 strategic pillars. Pillar 1 focuses on strategic governance and policy, creating a low-cost, high-impact sustainability policy that meets Saudi building code and most ADAM regulations while supporting financial goals. Pillar 2 addresses efficient design and procurement, enhancing environmental performance through smart, cost-effective designs and locally certified green materials. Pillar 3 covers skilled construction and workforce, building in-house skills and ensuring safe, efficient construction while managing waste and resources effectively. Pillar 4 emphasizes value capture and operation, focusing on long-term returns, tracking financial benefits, and using simple technology to improve operational efficiency. Looking deeper into the ISMF framework, each pillar addresses specific factors. Pillar 1 targets policy, governance, and financial factors by establishing governance policies that set financial targets, enable simple reporting, and reduce risks through clear step-by-step planning. Pillar 2 addresses environmental and supply chain factors by emphasizing efficient design and materials management to boost profitability, use local resources, and minimize waste. Pillar 3 focuses on workforce and social factors by developing skilled teams through training, ensuring site safety, and monitoring resources for social and operational effectiveness. Pillar 4 targets financial and technological factors by maximizing value through performance tracking, boosting property worth, and engaging occupants. The framework's foundation combines Red Sea Global's environmental regeneration strength, integrates Skanska's measurable performance matrix, aligns with ESG standards and ISO systems, and is fully adapted to the Saudi regulatory and climate context. The research methodology adopts a quantitative approach using structured questionnaires to objectively measure sustainability practices and enable statistical analysis across companies. A descriptive analytical design was used to describe current sustainability practices and analyze their relationship with organizational performance. Using non-probability self-selection sampling, the survey targeted employees in Saudi real estate development companies. Questionnaires were distributed to 500 professionals, yielding 247 valid responses, a response rate of 49.4%. Data was collected via an online Google Forms questionnaire, with questions developed based on ESG principles, sustainable development concepts, and Vision 2030 literature. Responses were measured using a 5-point Likert scale. The purpose of this approach was to identify relationships and trends to provide evidence-based recommendations for the real estate sector. The data analysis employed multiple techniques to ensure rigor and validity. For validity, Pearson correlation was used, with findings ranging from R=0.55 to 0.93, indicating moderate to very strong relationships. This confirms that the questions accurately measure the intended concepts and demonstrate strong validity. For reliability, Cronbach's alpha was calculated, with results ranging from 0.85 to 0.91 per dimension and an overall score of 0.95, well above the 0.70 threshold for good consistency. Descriptive analysis revealed high mean scores. Framework readiness scored 4.1 to 4.3, global practices scored 4.0, and project performance scored 4.0 to 4.15. Challenges scored lower at 2.9 to 3.1, reflecting persistent financial, technical, and regulatory barriers. Inferential analysis confirmed 3 key hypotheses. H1 showed a very strong effect of senior management on framework adoption with R=0.858. H2 demonstrated that global practices explain 84% of project quality improvement, and H3 confirmed a strong positive effect of following global standards on financial returns, with R=0.801. The study produced 5 key findings. Finding 1 reveals low systematic integration. Most companies implement sustainability only to satisfy basic requirements rather than adopting it as a strategic approach, highlighting the need for formal integration into company strategy. Finding 2 identifies financial barriers as critical. High upfront costs, especially for SMEs, underscore the importance of financial support and incentives for wider adoption. Finding 3 demonstrates a strong positive performance impact. Sustainability is directly linked to higher profitability and increased asset value, confirming tangible financial and operational benefits. Finding 4 shows that governance and leadership matter. Companies with structured governance achieve higher sustainability performance, emphasizing the role of clear leadership. Finding 5 highlights that technology drives measurable results. Digital tools significantly improve performance monitoring and operational efficiency. The discussion and implications section highlights several important insights. High sustainability awareness was observed, with 85% of respondents reporting senior management support and 80% indicating that implementing sustainability standards improves project quality. Company size was found to significantly impact implementation capacity, with large and medium-sized companies more capable than small ones. Economically, sustainable projects deliver higher long-term financial returns, improved energy and water efficiency, and increased property market value. Following global best practices in sustainability was shown to improve project quality and boost financial returns. In terms of implications, leaders should integrate sustainability goals into organizational strategy. SMEs need to invest in workforce training and form strategic partnerships. Financial incentives and regulatory measures are necessary to reduce costs, and companies should follow national and international frameworks such as ISO, LEED, and most ATOM throughout the project lifecycle. In conclusion, this research confirms that senior management support is the primary driver of successful sustainability implementation. Adopting global sustainability practices significantly improves project quality, while sustainability initiatives reduce costs, increase financial returns, and boost market value. Notably, around 89% of respondents confirmed that a comprehensive framework makes implementation easier. SMEs continue to face challenges due to limited resources, financial constraints, and skill gaps, making targeted support and training essential. Based on these findings, the study recommends integrating sustainability into corporate strategy using the ISMF, investing in workforce training and technical capacity building for SMEs, integrating ESG principles throughout the project lifecycle, aligning sustainability efforts with financial and operational KPIs, and establishing governance and reporting systems with technology and performance measurement tools to monitor progress and ensure continuous improvement. It is important to acknowledge the limitations of this study. The survey data may include self-reporting bias or overstatement by respondents. The results are specific to the Saudi real estate sector and are not directly generalizable to other industries or countries. Additionally, the data was collected within a defined academic timeframe, and ongoing changes in sustainability practices could influence the results over time. These limitations suggest opportunities for future research with broader samples, longitudinal designs, and cross-industry comparisons. Thank you very much for your attention. We hope this research contributes meaningfully to advancing sustainable management practices in Saudi Arabia's real estate sector and supports the nation's journey toward Vision 2030. We welcome any questions or discussions.